what if you happen to have thinking about parts cards, and we actually get this
Mm,
question frequently.
yeah.
What if your kid just isn't super into it?
We had one of those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Any
we did.
advice?
Yes, I was shocked when I had come from a teaching environment into a homeschooling, environment, and I was introducing parts cards to my kids, and I showed them the traditional layout, and they were like, "Oh, that's interesting," the first time. And then the second time I introduced a parts card, they were like, "Nah, whatever. I've already seen that thing before." So I was stumped and I thought a whole lot about it. And then I started to experiment with different ways to use it.
Yeah.
And we actually give you a lot of those ways to use it inside the Constellation
Yeah.
community. We do it when we go live for our welcome videos every single month, when we kind of walk you through the unit. We are making, the trick is like to make what's on the parts cards really relevant to your kids and interesting in different ways, and to kind of mix it up. And so something we've been emphasizing right now is about making little books.
Oh, yeah.
And so some children, like, it's okay if your child doesn't want to do the entire layout,
There's a
like,
lot of cards.
but they're still worthy. Like, you've got all those information cards which you can read to your child. Like, if even if you were just to sit and look at the control cards with your kid, and then just read the information cards to them, as you're looking at each of them, then I think that makes them a lot more interesting. So really, I think the key is just to vary it,
Yeah, don't
to
try and
play
make
with
the whole
them.
set every time.
Right.
If they're just not
To
into it, take the parts that work, like
Yeah.
a picture,
Maybe it's only picture matching,
or
or
only do the
maybe
watercolor image that we give you, and like as a start, and they're thinking about it, and then as they're coloring, maybe talking about the parts, and you are using the cards like, oh, what color do we want to paint the enamel, right? As an example. So yeah, I think kind of being creative and not getting too hung up on the proper
Yeah.
procedure.
I know some of our members have had their kids have actually done the cutting up of the parts
Oh
cards,
yeah,
and that actually was interesting for them.
yeah.
I've also seen members make like a poster board
Ooh,
out of the parts cards. Parts,
the
whatever
parts.
parts they want. Sometimes just the control card and the
Yep.
information card. So you can, sorting games with them. You can make a poster out of them. We also talked about integrating them into lap books, which is another fun
You can
aside.
print two copies and make like a memory game from
Uh-huh.
them, just with the control
That
cards.
would be a really hard memory game
It
too.
would, but it'd be fun. So, or it could be fun if
Hard,
if
hard, good.
if they, if it's fun. So you're not necessarily making the set layout, but you're using the cards in a way that's fun for your kiddos.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's kind of part of it. Is just sort of feel free to be creative. Cut out the pictures themselves. Get rid of the cards. Just
Yeah.
have like we just did teeth. So like just have a whole bunch of little pictures of teeth and like lay them on top of each other, and it looks like you're peeling back the layers of the tooth. And oh look, now we're at the pulp, and now we're at
Yeah.
the like
What if you were
that
to
would
get
be maybe
a
interesting.
big roll of art paper? Let's say we'll focus on the tooth. Like, what if you had a big roll of art paper and then you use the graphic that David designed of the tooth, and you were to freehand a
Oh, a
giant one?
gigantic tooth, a
Okay.
kid-sized
And
tooth.
then you're going to
I
take
love it.
those parts cards and you can use a glue stick and like glue them
Ah, I love
around
it.
to label the parts, like,
Especially for a lower L age. I think you
mm,
said 5, so that's kind of coming
yeah.
into the right age. Big, giant works can be
Yeah.
super fun.
And honestly, this is, again, like the kind of stuff that's hard to do in the classroom because we just don't have, sometimes we just don't have like the room, the, I think, sometimes it's just like, as Montessorians, we just kind of get into a rut of like, this is what parts cards do. And
That's right.
like, they'll go on the shelf and that's it. And a lot of parents consequentially get disappointed when their
Yeah, they
kids
just
aren't
like
super
going,
into
yeah,
them.
they're boring or something.
So the key, I think, is really to get playful.
Yeah, and not be, it's a printable curriculum. Print out what you need and reprint it if you mess it up. It's like That's a beauty of like that's why we do it the way we do. We don't mail you something and like you have one precious copy.
Yeah.
So feel free to experiment. Thank you so much. I know we've gone a little long. I want to say thanks, Juan. You guys are the best. He says thanks. We appreciate that you are here with us. And Crystal says says great tips. I love the memory game idea. Maybe I could do a word in Spanish and in English. That's a really cool idea.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Well, I think.
Well, I wanted to say that, friends, if this topic is really important and interesting to you, we have how many episodes left in this series? So this is just episode 1. We're going to do 3 more lives over the next month to help you to approach different concepts in the topic of teaching reading with your kids. So come back and join us next week, and we'll talk about a slightly different angle, but you'll be able to ask questions just like this.
Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Yeah, and thank you to our alumni for popping in.
Yes, thank you,
I see
everyone.
you. I recognize your names, and I love you.
Thank you for being